Wait. Welcome to day 221 of our DESO journey, sponsored by CloutFeed. How's it going, Brian?
Not bad. Had a good Halloween. Still using CloutFeed. I used it about 3 minutes ago, actually.
Yeah, so yesterday, Natter announced plans to get back to the Octane Fund developers sometime this week. So that's exciting. We know there are over 100 developers who applied for the Octane Fund. And we know that as of a couple of weeks ago, Natter said that there's a good 12 developers or 12 projects, I guess you should say, that are really good.
Yeah, he actually said over a dozen. So, I mean, that could be anything over 12. But I look forward to hearing who they're going to fund. I think we need this. We need a rapid development of new nodes, of new projects. Each node can individually appeal to different demographics of the internet population and draw them into DESO. So I think the quicker we get new nodes out there, and I don't mean just like crappy nodes that just like copy what's already there, but something that can actually draw people in who are not yet, who don't know what DESO is yet. And it needs to appeal to the average internet user, not just crypto people or not just people that understand blockchain.
Well, I don't know if it has to appeal to the average user, but I think, there's going to be these niches within the space. So, I mean, I think Diamond App kind of appeals to the average user. That's the goal, is to appeal to the average internet user, average social media user. But I think, I think what Natter is looking for are apps that fit more in niches, like NFTs or, celebrities or, something like a OnlyFans type node or maybe a Reddit type node or whatever Gem is. I think Gem, Gem it's different than Diamond App. It's not going to just do the same thing that Diamond App does. It's going to do something different. I think that's what the core developers are looking for. They don't want a bunch of Diamond App copies and clones out there that they're going to fund. They're just going to compete with themselves and, draw on the same people. You want to draw people from other niches in.
Yeah, and by the general populace, what I meant by that is we want people from all walks of life. So we want a node that might appeal to maybe older people, one that might appeal to people that are interested in sports, like all types of different nodes. NFTs, we already have a bunch of NFT ones. But this money is going to definitely help. It's going to help developers hire teams to work on things and create things quicker, faster, help with UI. I know most developers probably don't all have great experience with user interface and graphical content. So I think that the ability to use funds to hire team members who can help with that is important. And Natter also mentioned a hackathon. They're gonna plan a hackathon. I think there's probably going to eventually be several hackathons, and these are great events that can really challenge developers and get the competitive juices flowing to get new ideas onto the development area of the DESO platform protocol.
Yeah, for sure. And another cost is server costs. Just the servers to run some of these nodes can be astronomical. Especially when you start getting traffic and, you're constantly bringing that data in from the blockchain. These developers, they need funding just so they can keep their sites up and running. So I'm sure that the core team has a plan and they know what they're looking for, and we'll see how it materializes. We'll see if the community has any involvement or not. Maybe this round they don't. Maybe, there's going to be multiple rounds. It's not going to all be at once, I don't think. So we'll see how it unfolds.
Yeah, and just something I want to point out is the other day we were talking to a developer that's working on a project. I'm not going to say what name it is because I don't know if they want this shared publicly. But they said that they spent upwards of $100,000 already on a project that they're building on the DESO blockchain. And I mean, that's not small potatoes. That's a lot of money. And I mean, you can't expect every developer to just reach into their own pockets and use hundreds of thousands of dollars of their own money unless they see and have an end game in place. And right now, I think it's so early that it's risky to be spending that kind of money. I mean, we're 8 months in, and 8 months is nothing. And we don't know what the next 8 months is going to hold for us unless this developer community really kind of grows and expands and brings new people into it.
Yeah, for sure. So also yesterday, Natter announced that Nigel's and Sourdough are the finalists in the ad competition. Last week, Natter put out a competition where he requested people create ads for Facebook and Instagram, and the ones that perform the best would be the ones that win. And he's giving away 0.75 of his own coin to the winners, zero point 0.5 to the winner, and 0.25 to the runner-up. So Nigel's and Sourdough are going to be the winners. We just don't know which one's going to win it and which one's going to be the runner-up.
Yeah, the ads are super important, especially if you want to take advantage of referrals on other social media platforms. I mean, what better area to advertise DESO and Diamond app than on a Facebook or an Instagram? So I'm looking forward to this, and I hope that it really drives the referral program forward and brings in a lot of new users who are retained on the platform.
Yeah, and finally, Design Star. Today, they are opening the coin at 10 a.m. Eastern time, so it's not too long from when this video is published. They're opening the coin of their new DESO node that's going to be released sometime in the near future called Story. And you can see that tag below in this post. So if you're interested in getting in on their coin, it's opening up at 10 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about developers and trying to bridge that gap between the traditional social media space and DESO. And what the two sisters, Louise and Lucy, say is that Story is going to try and bridge that gap, and they're going to basically, it's going to be a smartphone app that kind of plays on the whole story line, where you have stories on Instagram, you have stories on Facebook. It's going to take that to DESO, and I think that's great, because stories are really popular on Instagram, on Facebook as well, and people are used to stories. So if they see that on DESO, it might be able to attract more people, and they'd probably be another great project that could receive Octane Fund funding. And I hope that we see more projects like this come about. From everything I can tell, Story is going to be one of the upper tiers of projects, but I guess we'll see pretty soon.
Yeah, and I think that's all the news we have for today. It was a slow weekend, and we will talk to everyone tomorrow.